If you're uninformed, my computer broke. So, like, I had a video that I was in the middle of editing, and I left my computer and went out and had a day, and I came back, and then it didn't work anymore. So, I'm currently recording on my phone with my broken dollar store earbud microphone. I know. Very professional. It might be like this for a month or maybe two. I'm not sure. It's might be a while before I get my computer fixed. I hope that's forgivable. Um, okay, video time. This is like a more personal video, you could say. I did actually want to make this video for a little while, but I finally decided to do it after seeing another video by a creator I watch that just really solidified my wanting to talk about this. There are probably two kinds of people that have clicked on this video. There are the kinds who know what I'm talking about and either experienced this or have looked into this, and the people who have no clue what I'm talking about. For those people, I will explain. So, synesthesia is like, to put it simply, when someone's brain takes a sensory input and associates it with another. For example, my favorite song right now is shades of orange and blue and gray. And to somebody who doesn't experience this, this may not make sense to them. How could a song be a color? That's not how that works. You can't see sound. Me and a lot of other people out there in the world can technically see sound, not in the way that you think. It's there, but it's not. But that was about as simple an explanation as I could possibly get out without making myself sound crazy. On to the representation part of the video. I recently have been seeing a lot more representation about this condition, phenomenon in media. I personally am very happy about it. It makes me very happy to see that there is like representation out there for people like me that, experience this. For the longest time, I thought this was something that was really abnormal because at first I thought, everybody experiences this. Everyone thinks the color 6 is purple, that's how it works. Turns out everybody does not see that. I even asked some of my friends, asking them like, hey, what color is this number when you think about it? And they were like, there's no color? That being said, there's some media that I have enjoyed previously that feature characters that have some form of synesthesia. The first one I want to talk about, and the one that I discovered first, is the webtoon Space Boy. I love this webtoon. I have not been able to finish it, mainly because I don't know where I left off, but that's not the point. It features this main character, and her name is Amy, and people to her have flavor profiles. And when I first read this, I felt like really seen. I felt represented. I was like, oh my god, me too! Oh my god, me too! Again, it is very nice to see that like there is representation out there, especially for things like this. I had never seen the flavor part of synesthesia be represented in any sort of media. It was always colors. And that's not to say that the people who, have colors related to other things, like I do, it's not to say that it's not like just as valid. It was very nice to see that. Of course, kind of just rapid fire going through these. It's gonna be a quick little video. This is just something I really, really wanted to talk about. Like, oh my god. The next is this book that I am currently in the process of reading called A Mango-Shaped Space. This book is about this girl named Mia, I believe, and she's like an upcoming 8th grader. And as a child, she expressed her synesthesia by saying like the book opens with her in a classroom and she's young and she's talking about how she's using the colored chalk for the numbers because, well, why wouldn't they? Of course these numbers are this color and that's how it works. And like the class laughs at her, and like she kind of, because of that situation, she kind of like hides it and like keeps it in. And then she meets this like little 5-year-old boy, and he says like, oh, your name is like, like your name is these colors. That's so, I like your name. It's these colors. And she's like, no, my name is another color. And then she's like, wait, someone else thinks like me. And that's kind of how it feels to see this kind of stuff out there. Like, oh my god, I didn't realize other people had this kind of like thing going on in their brain. That is really cool. I really enjoy that. That's about as far as I got in the book. I'm not done with it. I'm kind of a slow reader nowadays. I used to read so much, I don't know what happened. The last one, and of course this is also media to be read and visualized. Then Diagram, which is another book, and it's more of a romantic book. And I read this book a while ago, so I don't remember all these details and character names, but I do know that the main character, and I don't think it's outright stated that, but this is just like, to me, this is representation as I kind of felt for her a little bit. The main character of this book sees fractals when she touches things, and they're like colored and like, you know, certain things with like memories and like history behind them. She'll touch them and she sees fractals. I'm not, again, I the details are fuzzy. But of course, she is affected by this in her day-to-day life, you know. She like goes about her life knowing that that is what she sees when she touches things, and you know, there's the whole romantic subplot, and she meets this boy and suddenly she's seeing them crazier than ever, and suddenly she doesn't see them at all, and there's all this stuff. I'm not actually going to say too much about these things because in the off chance that people watching actually want to check them out, I think you should. They're all very nice, especially if you care about this as much as I do. They are all awesome. And discussing all these, I want to talk about how it can affect daily life. For me, at least, it's not debilitating, of course. It's not something that's like a disability by any means. It can be a symptom of some, but it's not a disability. It's kind of something that is almost like background noise. When people speak, when I listen to music, any sound that enters my ears, it is kind of visualized in my mind, to put it simply. And it is kind of, it kind of, I taste it in my mouth, but it's not something that I really think about unless someone's asking me about it. It's something that I realized was more interesting than I initially believed it to be. When I was a child, I thought, oh, yeah, no, of course everyone is like this. Then realizing that everyone was in fact not like that, and people did not taste sounds and hear colors, I realized that, oh, this is something that is actually not as common as I thought. I had seen in the past people talking about it and saying, like,
Yeah, no, we get it. You have synesthesia. You're quirky. Suck it up.
and to be honest, things like those kind of made me like shut myself in and not talk about it, because why would I want to talk about it if people thought I was just trying to be quirky? I'm not just trying to be quirky. This is something that I think, this something that I'm passionate about, something that does affect me and has affected me since obviously childhood. And it's something that I've never really gotten the chance to fully talk about before. So the fact that I've been seeing a lot of representation and realizing that a lot of other people experience things like this has made me really happy. And like, this is like, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, I'm getting on a tangent. This was just like a ramble video. This is something that is so dear to me. I personally have like a soft spot for representation in media, especially if it applies to me. I, you know, that's kind of all I had to say. I didn't have much to say, but I did want to make a video, and I did want to make one on this, and it's kind of been on my list for like a little while. Um, but I finally did it. Again, sorry about the phone. Sorry about the quality. I'll probably fix it in editing. I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry I disappeared for a week. Yeah, this will probably be the setup and the quality, and things will probably be very inconsistent for the next month or something. Hopefully the audio quality is good. Oh my god, if it's not good, I'm gonna cry.